All right, here we are once again with the Musketeers in the final countdown. So it seems that Grimo and Gaston, quite a pair. Seems that they have left town for now, waiting for the king to die before they return. And I suppose that kind of leaves us with Marchot as our only villain in residence, so to speak. So with only 4 episodes to go, I'm very interested if we've got time and space for one more kind of one-off adventure here, or they feel like they need to dive into the kind of endgame, final, massive, epic plot showdown for the show. I find myself right now, maybe because I'm scared of everything ending, I don't want it to end, I find myself just hoping this is just one more cute little one-off adventure with some nice, interesting little side characters. Let's see. He's doing it to someone else now. I would not. Oh, it's torture. Okay, I thought it was just for fun.
Grimo will finish the job soon enough.
Yeah, all right, actively hunting down Grimo. Makes sense, they should be. Everyone knows it was Grimo.
Gotta find him first, fat boy!
Yeah. Brujon, come here. Whoa. Come here. Come here. We're
Getting Brujon involved in the
cadet.
torturing people?
It's fine. Take this. Consider it an entrance test. Take a big, deep breath. Just relax.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's scary. The rookie's taking a shot. Oh, lordy. And he's shaking.
Fire.
Wait! He left Paris last night. I don't know where.
Fire.
East! He rode east of the city. I swear.
That was effective.
There we are.
Now, were they really about to do that? The gun was actually loaded and everything. Yes, it was.
He's a musketeer cadet.
Oh, he's an excellent shot. Okay, it was all theatre. These musketeers are great at that. I always forget.
Last thing you see before you die.
That guy's crazy. I kind of like him. Yeah, with the death of Ferron being clearly linked to Grimo, everyone knows it. It's no wonder everyone is focused on finding Grimo. And they know, well, it's not a secret. He has Gaston.
If you were him, where would you start?
Epicé, the village he's from.
Already we're doing this. Pained looks. Yeah, they're doing all the beats of this melodramatic relationship without taking a pause or a breath. It's kind of relentless, so it's not boring.
I told you a full state funeral. I specifically ordered it.
We do not give state funerals to traitors.
Governor Ferron saved my life.
I'm on his side now. I want a full-on funeral for this guy.
We must speak of the Regency. Surely you cannot still plan to name Gaston.
Yeah.
We know he may have been abducted.
Well,
One brother of mine is dead. I do not intend to condemn the other before he has had a chance to speak.
Gaston has shown no loyalty to you.
Oh, really, Anne? You wish to speak of this? Of loyalty?
I merely meant...
Enough politics. Escort my wife back to her rooms.
I need this king and queen relationship to make a big breakthrough soon. This is painful. Yeah, we get to know what Ferron's heart, the state of Ferron's heart in the end. I think that deserves a state funeral. Man, it really got to me. Not even during the episode, but afterwards, I was like, I don't know, wrecked by that. It's just shocking. Oh, beautiful forest.
There's a child here. It's all right. No need to be scared.
Classically dirty child. Mysterious dirty child in the woods. Very nice. Feels like a trap. Yeah, it does.
Where'd she go?
Oh! Jump scare.
We make no apology for defending ourselves. You'll be lucky if we let you go with your weapons. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Many soldiers have made the mistake of not taking us seriously.
A mistake I'm sure they've regretted.
I know what men can become in times like these. These soldiers are my friends.
They're just sitting there. Nothing they can do up there. Just hanging.
We are here for a man by the name of Lucien Grimo. You know him?
There's no one of that name. In this village, we cannot guarantee your safety.
We do not require your guarantee
You force me to insist.
or your consent.
Come, Juliet.
One night only.
Of course, I should have known. The show can do both. It can take us closer to Grimo while having a fun little side story. This is cool to get out of town a bit. Great set, filled with atmosphere. Very Robin Hood.
You need to sound so surprised.
Wow,
I'm not surprised.
she's gorgeous.
I'm impressed.
Her eyes, man.
Juliet doesn't really like strangers.
We'd never have guessed.
We've had raids recently, looters.
Hey, he's great.
Bastian's been staying with us for a couple of days. We found him in the forest.
Well, you rescued me more like.
My husband's away fighting. Under the Comte de Beauvais, have you heard anything of them? What?
They were due to advance on Freiburg. That's all we know.
Is that a cello? That's gorgeous.
He's dangerous, a murderer. If we don't find him, he will kill again.
I love that literally every mention or scent of Grimo, we get his theme.
I knew his mother once.
Once,
We were children together. She was my best friend.
Ah,
But her family disowned her.
Where is
Grimo's
she now?
mother.
Dead, I expect.
I'd mentioned of her before. That actor, that's funny, because they're trying to make her look older than she is, right? Another familiar Doctor Who face here, of course, as well. The Hungry Earth, Cold Blood.
There's a cabin in the forest. It's abandoned, but I saw a fire. A pair of man's boots, bloody bandages.
Spies.
Soldiers, French.
I heard them coming.
French soldiers.
I tried to stop them.
let's get her inside.
I'm gonna have to suspect him, because that's the kind of roles he plays. Well, D'Artagnan already is as well. Of course, he's Dudley, but man, he's done some great roles post-Dudley. Really interesting actor.
It's not your fault if you can't fight.
Okay, yeah.
He's injured.
D'Artagnan's looking suspicious there. When D'Artagnan's just come off being massively played by someone last time. Or not last time, a couple episodes ago.
Will you let me see?
Oh no. Oh, doesn't seem good. This is an amazing set. And I love how dark they're lighting it.
I know you were trying to be kind, but I also know you were lying about my husband.
Beauvais' men did advance on Freiburg 6 months ago, and there
So
were
if-
heavy losses.
If he hasn't come back by now, then
The whole company.
okay.
I'm so sorry.
They've done a great job actually making this whole Series 3 centered on the fact that the country's at war. So many ripple effects of it in all sorts of ways.
At least I know now.
Yeah.
I just wish my son had met his father.
You know it's a boy, do you?
I hope so.
My mother raised me alone. She had strength, like you. And I turned out all right.
Yes, you did.
Well, come on, guys. We've only just met, but okay. Oh, yeah. Nice. In the natural light as well. Yeah.
What took you so long?
Yeah. What are they after?
What's he looking for?
I think you know. Where's it now?
Somewhere you'll never find it.
Found it in the caves.
I'm afraid it's ours now.
We paid for that gold with our blood.
So did we.
Stay where you are!
Oh, okay.
Did you see that figure?
Which way?
Was it him?
Follow the figure or back to the shooting?
Go. Go!
Split up. Okay. Everything happens at once. Well, they've got a whole band ready. The setting of this episode's just... I mean, this is basically Sherwood Forest. It's making me feel Robin Hood vibes even more than usual, and I just love it.
Well, put your weapons down!
All right!
Oh, you nasty traitor.
It's a trap!
It's a trap. That was very Akbar. Oh, lovely. And they're all bows and arrows as well. Sick. Porthos. Bonk on the head. That's nice. A bit of humanity there. He was the enemy, but he couldn't shoot a pregnant woman. And this, whoa. Nice work. How do they create such atmospheres on this show? They must... I'm not sure what they use to create such intense sunbeams on this show in particular. They must kick a lot of something into the scene, whether it's using a fog machine or whatever.
Are you working for Grimo?
Who?
You heard me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think he knows.
Put him in a room with Porthos. 10 minutes. 5 would be enough. It's loot, isn't it?
The D'Artagnan point.
Somewhere, what is it? Gold?
I might be a thief, but I'm no woman killer. I don't know what I expected from a bunch of murderers and rapists.
You're convict.
The army said we'd be spared the noose if we'd fight. As if we had a choice in the matter. I'd rather have swung than all this. They didn't want soldiers, they just wanted me to throw at the enemy's guns.
I love his accent.
So you fled?
We wanted to run for the border, but Bastien made us come back for the gold. He said it was our only way out, and now we've got nothing else to show for 4 bastard years of war.
Most dangerous kind of enemy. One who's got nothing left to lose.
Athos' horse. The search for Grimo is the most personal for Athos, isn't it? I mean, especially after their fight. But it was like always destined to be like this after he saw Grimo across the battlefield, episode 1.
Your friend shouldn't have gone into the forest alone.
It's probably true. Who's that cabin? That's not Grimo, though. Ah.
I'm sorry.
That's a twist.
He was here and you were protecting him.
I nursed a young man who might have died. He'll be across the other side of France.
No! Do you realize what you've done? He's a monster, do you understand? He's evil!
No, you are the one who doesn't understand. I pulled him out of the water when he was a boy, when his own mother tried to drown him. She was such a sweet girl, trusting. But she tried to make friends with the soldiers. They kept her tied up. Every time she tried to escape, she was flogged. I got him out of the water. I raised him as best I could. He didn't even know how to cry.
Do you think this changes a thing?
That's the thing. It's a sad backstory, but it doesn't justify who he is and what he's capable of today. That sucks. I guess I kind of get why she is so protective of Grimo. She was the one who helped him as a child, but... He doesn't know the things Grimo has done recently.
He shall face justice.
I didn't want to do this, but you've given me no choice.
No, straight in the neck. Athos is not having fun these last couple episodes. He's got to stop going off on his own.
Athos!
That's lucky. Oh, that was pretty creepy. Yeah, Grimo's becoming a real figure of horror for him.
Sylvie.
Then there's Sylvie. This man's going through it. I'll tell ya. Very dramatic stuff. I'll admit, I'm still slightly surprised that they're not long-lost brothers or something. I thought just seems like it was building up more sort of a connection based on destiny or something. Something binding them together. But so far, it's just circumstance. Cool outfit.
I do not require my wife's company today.
Louis, please. You must prepare for all that is to come.
And who knows how long I have left in this world. I do not intend to spend it listening to your lies.
What? When's the last time she lied? The Aramis stuff was so long ago.
I spent a night with Aramis. He is the father of our boy, by blood. But by blood alone, everything he has known and learned and loved has come from you.
I cannot forgive you. I will never be able to forgive you.
I do not expect your forgiveness.
I love this little theme in the music.
Name me as regent, and I swear to spend my life keeping your memory alive for him. I will write a history worthy of you and your son.
You ask too much.
She's the queen. It is not too much to ask. It is reasonable. She puts it well. That kid. At least, that's good. That scene, that tapped away a little bit at this iciness, at this iceberg between them. Just waiting for the whole thing to melt.
Captain. You had bad dreams about Grimo. Oh, you dreamt of Sylvie too.
He heard it all.
Athos told me of Grimo and his mother, the things that happened to her. It's you, isn't it?
Oh.
Try anything, and I swear.
Tell Elodie. Get the strongbox.
Okay, hostage situation now with these convicts. She gonna have a baby in this episode?
What's it like,
Probably, right?
being on a battlefield? Were you ever scared?
Make the exchange down by the smithy. We'll be up here for cover.
If we lose control of this, you'll kill everyone, including the children.
Those innocent-looking children just standing there.
What are we gonna do with him?
I think he's good. He's on our side. I believe him.
Your friends have taken Juliet.
It's the D'Artagnan point plus a gun.
Go on and get it over with. I've had enough of waiting to die.
We're all afraid of dying. The trick is just to find something worth dying for.
It's too late for that.
If we give you this weapon, will you fight with us?
He's overwhelmed by the proposition. Better than having to fight in the army. This is something he can believe in. He's protecting people here. Good stuff.
We're all afraid of dying.
I've heard people say.
I want you all to listen to Elodie. Do exactly what she says. We know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing. That's exactly what someone who doesn't know what they're doing would say. Elodie's awesome. Elodie's a boss. That bow and arrow.
Queens have been beheaded for less.
And yet no king has been beheaded for such a crime.
Good response.
Majesty, may I offer some advice?
No.
He is stubborn. He always was.
Make your peace with her before it's too late.
But yeah, King Louis and Treville go way back. And Druid reading, yeah, someone commented about that. It's a great thing to point out. Like, Treville is father figure territory for King Louis. She is just in labor, isn't she? Is that what we're doing? Because of course. Is this set for some other production? I'm just surprised they built such an awesome set if it's only for this episode. Maybe some of it already exists as some kind of tourist attraction. Mm-hmm.
Baby's coming.
Right. Those hats. Oh, good stuff. Of course, they're great with traps. Meanwhile, I've seen this scene so many times in other shows and movies. The single mother giving birth for the first time and the man she's just met who's kind and is helping. But it's always good. And I'm enjoying it this time as well. It's a great little cliche. Not really a cliche, it's a trope. Great little trope. Man, these women, oh boy, not a good way to go out. What's the game here? Ah, traps. Cheeky D'Artagnan. Oh, and he's doing some stunts. Oh man, I hope that guy survives. I'm worried he's gonna get killed. They're not afraid of doing some big action in this show, and in this series in particular. They seem to really want to have a pretty epic fight in every single episode. Why would it be the real container of gold?
You asked me if I've ever been scared on the battlefield. Well, I was.
Yeah, well, that makes more sense.
One night it got so bad, I left. I got 5 miles away, then I realized what I was doing, and I came back.
Wow.
No one ever knew.
Why did you go?
My men, my friends, and however bad it gets, you keep going. For them, for Juliet, for your people, and your baby. Fear has no power over you.
Good scene. Very sweet. I mean, we know it so well at this point, but all the Musketeers, they have such a strong side and such a sensitive side as well.
What did you spend it all on?
This and a home for us.
What a waste that turned out to be.
Ah. Easy. That was quick as, and easy as. Painless. A little bit of piano in this throughout this episode.
Will you have a drink with me?
That makes me so happy.
I was never expecting love, and our union was nothing to do with you or I. France married Spain.
Yeah. It's diplomatic.
We began as friends, didn't we?
The Bourbon blood dies with me.
Yeah.
The Bourbon line does not. Our son will never be anything else. I swear it.
I will name you. But after I am dead, you will never speak of this.
Carrying this secret will be your punishment.
Had to just make it sour at the end there. No one needs to be punished.
What are you gonna do now?
Grow crops, raise my daughter.
Daughter.
On your own?
Kill.
I could stay for a while. Help.
Thank you. But France needs men like you.
Nah, not real, but nah. That's...
More than we do.
No. God, blimey. Same old story. Man, all the flirting was settling down somewhere.
I made myself forget what happened.
So did I didn't keep up for a beat or two there. Are we saying that is Grimo's mother, or I may have gotten things very wrong for a moment there? Yeah. You've made a good man out of this adventure. That's nice. You've met a great woman. You made a cool baby. Oh yeah. Dragging the prisoners along. Whoa! Abrupt ending. Okay, that was a nice ride and a fun little adventure in the forest. I kind of wish we'd spent more time out there. Things certainly felt a bit rushed towards the end of the episode, wrapping up all of that, because we had quite a few new characters in this episode. Juliet, who I didn't fully follow this, they did it very quickly, is apparently Aramis found out that she is actually Grimo's mother. She was pretending she wasn't. She was hiding because, of course, they have a very dark and tragic backstory where she was terribly mistreated and then almost tried to kill Grimo as a child. And I suppose that explains a little bit why it looked like they were trying to age that actor playing Juliet up. Maybe we're going to... okay, that would explain it. If we're going to see flashbacks with a younger Juliet in the future, so they want that actor, but here they need her looking a bit older, that might start to make sense of what was going on there. Of course, we find out Grimo, as a child, was saved and helped by Teresa, who stabbed a poison needle into Athos in this episode. Athos seemed to recover quite effortlessly, actually. Good constitution. But Teresa just ran off, so I assume we're probably going to see her again, right? Because we're circling in on Grimo, and she seems like a fan of Grimo for, her own reasons. And of course, the other significant village warrior was Elodie. The pregnant mother had her baby, formed a close bond with Porthos. Dare I say it, yet again, it's just yet another one-off character I'd love to see again, but I'm not getting my hopes up at all. We have 3 episodes left. All my hopes are dead of seeing most characters again at this point. I don't think we're going to see Emile Bonner again, and I don't think we're going to see characters like Elodie from this episode again, as much as I would like to. I think we're just running out of episodic real estate at this point. But it was just really nice to get out of town in this episode and on location, and beautiful locations. I love a green forest. I love some bow and arrow action, and we got a decent chunk of that. Oh, and of course we had Harry Melling is his name, the actor who played Dudley, and I've seen him crop up here and there in these sort of these roles where he gets to play a bit of a creep or a bit of a weirdo. He's very good at it. He's got a unique energy, and I always like to see him. So yeah, like D'Artagnan at the start of this episode, I was wondering what's up with this guy, and it makes sense. He turned out to be a convict, a gold-hungry convict who, are part of this band of convicts who are just another group of people in this world who have been mistreated by the state due to the war. Just the number of people who we've seen throughout this series who were enlisted, conscripted in so many unethical ways and sent off to this really brutal war. They've seen horrors, they've lost friends and family, they've come back ruined and damaged. I mean, the best example was that episode with the I've forgotten his name, the guy who thought he was the king, right? War does crazy things to people. There were those veterans who worked at that inn a few episodes before that. The war has damaged so many people. And in that regard, the 4 Musketeers are just so lucky how relatively unscathed they are. I mean, they've got their trauma, they've got their pain, and we've been told a bit how they all went through their own kinds of hell in the war. But compared to a lot of these other people, they've come back to their, their good jobs as Musketeers. They're sound in wind and limb. And they've got each other, so good for them. And then there's the king and the queen. Yep. Look, baby steps. And we had a few significant baby steps in this episode. They started to mend their relationship a little bit. I appreciate it's probably more realistic the way that it happened, where it took a few scenes of chipping away at this tension and slowly kind of the king loosening up and accepting her a little bit more, and them, getting slightly more on the same page. But I've got to admit, deep down, what I've really wanted and still want is an explosion, a rush, an overwhelming sort of unleashment of warm emotion and all the love that I think kind of is between them. It's not romantic love necessarily, but I think we've seen evidence time and time again that they love each other, and I want them to properly, deep down, realize that in a big moment and come fully back together. And maybe that's still to come, but I will take what I can get, and I am glad that they have warmed to one another significantly in this episode, even if things are still, quite uncomfortable in a lot of ways. And he said he's going to name the queen as regent, is it, for after he dies, and that's just, as Treville knew, that's probably just the right. There is no better decision than that. Queen will be great. It is interesting, though. What an interesting situation, then having a Spanish ruler of France, even though, that Spanish ruler has lived in France for years and years. She still is Spanish, and that's just such a funny thing when, they're at war with Spain. It's interesting how that works. I mean, I don't know my history of this era, but why can't France and Spain just come together? They're both cool languages. But all right, the search for Grimo was not successful in this episode, so I suppose the Musketeers managed to sort of help a few people out, but it doesn't feel like they really got closer to finding Grimo. So that's all to come in the next few episodes. Man, just these episodes, they're disappearing before my eyes, like grains of sand through your fingertips. I cannot hold on to them at all. But I'm loving it, loving being here. Thanks for sharing your passion with me. I really appreciate it. Until the next time, Tomity out.